On May 15, 2008, a wide variety of organizations, activists, leaders, and members from the community gathered together at the St. Mary's Senior Center in Oakland, California for the Women's Economic Agenda Project's Truth Commission on the Healthcare Crisis. The following is the story of how our country's healthcare system, a system that is made up of hundreds of private insurance companies, has gone terribly wrong.
And have to understand is that the insurance companies are killing us. They're killing people every day. And you hear the stories, you hear the experiences of people one by one. But when you look at 47 million people in the country who have no insurance at all, and another 80 million who have some kind of insurance, but it's not adequate.
We have is not a healthcare system, but a healthcare industry designed to make money off of us, the patients, without actually delivering good quality care. It is, in my opinion, what we should really call it is cash now and care later system, because it asks for your insurance card or your credit card first before it really asks you the question of why are you here and how can we help?
We are going to put today's healthcare system on trial. And we are going to do that by asking each of you to come forward and speak into the mic about what you've experienced, what you've seen, and the kind of suffering that is so prevalent in this country, the richest country in the world, as our people fall to the streets.
One by one, people stood up to give their personal testimonies, revealing one tragic healthcare violation after the next.
I have to die like 3 days a week, and for 3 hours and 15 minutes each time. And I see the bill that the corporation sends the company. Do you know that they bill many $30,000 a month? Not $30,000 a year, but $30,000 a month. And if you multiply that by 15 people that they see each 7 or 4 each month, do you know how much money they make off of us being sick? But still, I'm organizing for universal health care.
And so here I am. I'll be 67 in a couple of months. I have no health insurance, and I have a life-threatening disease. So I live in Denmark for a while, so I know that universal health care and the single payer thing would definitely be a whole lot better than what we have now, and I support it.
A specific case of a young man who broke his foot. It took having to call a legislator to get his passport done after 2 to 3 weeks of having a broken foot because he had no insurance. It's this kind of system that stinks, and we cannot be throwing away our young people to the curb, the way Ethel said. No more. We got to stand up for our education, for our rights, for our future, and not let people just cram us with their bureaucracy. So I'm very glad to be here. Thank you.
But I'm here to tell you a personal story about my son, one that I hope will fire all of you up. It speaks to everything that Marilyn and Ethel were talking about. I have a little boy who, when he was placed with me as a foster child, qualified for the Oregon Health Plan, similar to your CAL, whatever you call it in here. On that plan, it's a Medicaid type program. On that plan, and this gets to speaking of the industry keeping us sick. He was born with medically fragile. He was on an incubator born 6 weeks early. Lots of problems through no fault of his own. They take him home and let him die. Don't get attached. Because he's not going to make it, and we can't provide the services. Because I work for the International Longshore Union, we're a very powerful force, and anybody in the Oakland Bay area knows this. I was able to get on my private insurance. And suddenly the outlook is, well, he might die, but if you do this and this and this, he might be okay. Today he's a threat in 4-year-old. Yes, he's developmentally delayed. Yes, he's autistic. But the little boy that wasn't supposed to live walked and talked and was all the things that they said he would never do. And it's because I wasn't standing alone. I had a whole union of brothers and sisters behind me. And I can only imagine what the health insurance industry would do if all of us stood up and said, we're not going to let you keep us sick any longer.
But also we provide expert testimony, your testimony, to the United Nations to put on record that these are human rights abuses that are happening within the confines of this country, and that it is rippling out, frankly, throughout the globe. But certainly, this isn't about some other distant country. This is about we people. And I think that it's also important in the comments that people have made that we are using this to shape the notion that if we want a different kind of justice, we have to fight for that. We have to shape that. No individual group can go up against these pharmaceuticals, can go up against these insurance companies. None of us individually can win this. It will take our collective effort together. But we also have to establish and reaffirm some values. In our standpoint, every human being. Healthcare is a human right. That means everybody breathing, partially breathing. It doesn't say what language, what country they're from. Human right. That's what's got to be our clarion call. And if anything less than that is really an affront, and it's just a bunch of jive that they're trying to package to give us to shut us up for the moment. And we got to be informed enough that we can both reject that and really know what time it is and what we need to do to build this kind of unity.
Listening to all the testimonies was a panel of community leaders who were given the chance after the testimonies ended to validate and declare that people's experiences were direct violations of our economic human rights.
Okay, on behalf of the commission,